Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss, and yes, we are on the road again, and this is a great trip because you can jump in your car if you live in the Cleveland area, about an hour away. We're going to the Canton area, and a great place to start is Jackson. I'll tell you what, you think you know Canton because of the Football Hall of Fame, which is right down the street from Jackson, but boy, there's a whole lot of great little treasures in between, and I think a great place to start, if you're talking about treasures, is the Cushman Trading Company. And I've got with me right now the lovely Layla,
yes.
Layla Cushman, and they call it the Cushman Trading Company because
my name's Layla Cushman and I'm married to the famous Cush, Stephen Cushman.
he's the guy who knows a lot about all the little stuff here?
Yes, he's master picker, master like wood crafter, he's got it all.
Okay,
he's
so
good.
She used the word picker, right? So we're not looking at fruits and vegetables, we're talking about picking great cool things like
Yes.
treasures and antiques and that sort of thing. And like this thing we're leaning on here, it looks sort of industrial. What is it?
That's like the craze right now, the industrial mixed with wood. That's what everybody's doing. And this is an antique old workbench that somebody had in their garage or factory for years. And people are using these now to put in their kitchens and a kitchen island. You can store your dishes back here.
You can put your guest's hand in the vise here and just
if they're
tighten
active,
it right in
if
there,
they
right?
walk away with something, yeah, just, you know.
It's great. I love
do
this
something
one
like
too.
that.
Is this two pieces or one piece?
That's one big long piece and the two drawers pull out. But that's, again, something that you just found. It was disgusting, dirty, covered with grime. And after you peel all that away and shine it up, it's good enough to go in a home.
When you walk in the Cushman Trading Company, I tell you, it is like you see everything here that's sort of the rage right now because people are putting like old recycled wood on the walls.
Yes.
They're picking up industrial pieces and putting there. But I've not seen much like this before. This looks like it's deer and moose and antler and
it's all kinds of antler, and I'll tell you, it's just definitely not something you see every day. It's got to go in the right home for the right person, but it definitely gets a lot of attention.
yeah. Just imagine this spread out a little bit. You put some bottles on it, some glasses,
gorgeous,
an
right?
elbow, a drink.
It's the ultimate man cave bar.
I was a little worried about the finger on this. I had to count to make sure it was in the right place.
Yeah, you want to make sure you got the right finger up there.
But a lot of great things. This is the kind of place too, you don't come one time to look at things, you come a bunch of times because you sort of get caught in the corner and you see all the tiny stuff and you miss something over here.
That's right. So many people walk through and they'll come back through and be like, I didn't even see that before. We've got stuff hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
We've got just something for everybody here.
First time I walked through, I didn't see this. Like, how much for one of these?
I know, this rare beast.
That's your daughter?
This is our daughter, Annabelle and Wes. They're here in the store most times we are.
That's great.
It's a family business and we keep it that way. I like to be with my kids.
And straight ahead, that's the guy you call the Cush, right?
This is the Cush. This is the man.
So I gotta tell you, when you come in here too, it's loaded with great items and great personality. You gotta love it. What is this thing? This looks like something I've seen in a science fiction movie.
Honestly, this is something, it's a surgeon's light that hung above a surgery table, and it's French. And you can see this is what they would use to hang above it, but we've turned it into a lamp, so.
I like that big bulb.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of really great stuff.
Thank you. This is our elk. He's humongous, and we love him. His name is Bemis II. Yeah.
Hey, so when I walk in the door, a lot of times you come into a place that's got antiques or things that have been, picked lovingly.
Yeah.
Place always smells a little musty. Something smells great around here. What is that?
Oh,
it's not just your perfume, right?
Well, it's that, and we have some candles. We sell patty wax candles, which are hand poured in Tennessee. They're amazing. We have the apothecary line, which is just a really nice, clean, fresh smell. So
I like that a lot. Gear-driven light.
Yes. Industrial, steampunk.
You've done some great jobs too, like converting some items that were never supposed to be chandeliers or ceiling pieces, because some of the stuff I see up in the air when I take time to look up in the air is really unique.
It is unique, and I mean, honestly, that's part of the rewarding thing is when you have a customer that comes in and they're like, I've been looking for this, like the most random thing ever. I'm like, you've been looking for that? That's cool. Well, we have it. We have like really interesting chandeliers, old steel wagon wells turned into chandeliers.
Well, I find things that I've never been looking for, but I'm glad I've seen and found that maybe you have a perfect place for it. Because some of these items have like strange shape and sizes that fit right in an area. Like, who ever thought they'd need a rope ladder?
It looks awesome, right? Can you imagine that in like a little boy's room or something like that? But
hang all kinds of cool stuff on it.
Yeah. Well, that's what we try to do here too, is create vignettes, because sometimes we'll have a really odd item, but people don't have a vision for how to use it in their home. So we set up little vignettes and show them this is what you would do with that item.
I like it.
And a lot of people come away with inspiration. So.
Yeah, personality really shines through.
Thanks.
Cush must be a good guy, huh?
Oh, he's so great.
I know Layla's a good lady. Hey, it's easy to find too. I just jump off 77, and it's just a couple blocks from 77, just before you get down near the Football Hall of Fame, so it's really easy to find. Jackson is the the little suburb
Yep,
of Canton.
that's where we're at. It's a nice spot to be.
The street's called Fulton, isn't it?
Fulton, yes.
So there you go. And
Yep.
guess what else is on Fulton? We've got some food. You hungry?
Oh my gosh, please.
Push. Hungry?
Are we invited?
Right next door. Let's go have some food.
Let's go.
Fresh tomato sauce, mozzarella, pepperoni.
A 91 wood-fired oven isn't just pizza and pasta. We have features that we roll out every 2 weeks that are just fresh, flavorful. There really isn't any limit to what we can put on the menu.
We just kind of crisp that up a little bit.
We wanted to be creative, so we kind of developed the concept based on a pizza and pasta restaurants that we've seen, but really we've had everything on the menu from sushi to whatever. It's really whatever's fresh, creative. We travel a fair amount, and if we want to bring something back and think the people in Jackson Township would want to see it, we always bring it back. Amy, my wife, we're partners also, she's phenomenal. If she sees a dish out or sees something, or we have something in a different city and thinks it'll work here and people will love it, she's 99.9% correct all the time. Our buffalo shrimp, which is one of our appetizers, it's phenomenal. It's almost like taking like a buffalo chicken wing, but we do it to our shrimp. We bread it and toss it and serve it in buffalo sauce and blue cheese dressing.
For our next dish, it's blackened scallop risotto. Season the scallops. Season one side with blackened seasoning.
One of our other popular dishes at 91 wood fired oven is our blackened scallops. We take U10s and black them slightly and serve them with our Parmesan risotto, which is one of our also famous dish.
This is our barbecue chicken pizza. It's barbecue sauce, diced chicken, mozzarella, onions, smoked Gouda.
We actually do a lot of wood-fired pizzas out of the oven. We make our dough fresh every single day. They go in the oven at about 1,200 degrees in there. They cook in about 3 or 4 minutes. Our margarita pizza, which is one of our original ones, people say is very close to what they can get in Italy. The peanut butter bomb, that was created by my wife. She started off with a peanut butter cookie dessert, and actually we had one come out that was underbaked, so it is a little bit gooey and real peanutty. It's almost like a cookie, but it's almost like a not fully cooked cookie, and it's got the ice cream and the hot fudge and the extra peanut butter syrup on it. It's phenomenal. It actually has taken over as one of our #1 desserts here at 91 wood fired oven. It used to be our molten chocolate cake and our s'mores, but now peanut butter bomb, everybody comes in for that. 91 wood fired oven in Jackson Township is open 5 to 11, Monday through Saturday. If you're ever in Jackson Township, we'd love for you to stop in and check us out. Reservations are recommended on the weekend. We do fill up pretty good, but during the week, just stop in and see us.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Yes, we're on a road trip in the Canton area and having a good time. And this next spot, well, it's sort of a tongue twister. It's called Paper Allure and Twigs and Twine.
Paper Twigs is a full-service florist as well as a custom stationer, and I really mean custom stationery, and a small amount of gifts. That we pride ourselves in local artists. We make things here, and we try as much as we can to buy things from the United States. I started because I couldn't find invitations when I got married. I didn't like anything I saw, so that's how I started. Somehow one of my cards went to a rep in New York, and I started working out of New York for 10 years prior to owning the store, which now I've owned for 8 years. We help you with etiquette, and some people don't, have some issues with blended families or whatever, and we kind of smooth it out a little bit. And we also do exactly what you want, but whether it's hand-dyed silk ribbon, the embellishment that you can't get anywhere else, and you actually get to see it, feel it, touch it, which is really important, and you can't do that online. We do a lot of custom stationery, specialty cards. 95% of what we do is made here in-house, printed, embellished. We send very little out, so I think people like that we have complete control of everything that we do. And plus it's made right here with our very own hands and my paper dolls, and they love that. That doesn't happen a lot anymore. Well, we are a full service florist, so you can give us a call. We are happy to deliver. You can come in and pick what we call stems, sticks and stems, pick your own, or you can come in and say, I'd like to spend maybe $30 or $40 on a beautiful bouquet, can you pick it out for me? And we'd be happy to wrap it up and send you on your way. We do weddings, and it makes it really nice for someone to come in and just explain once their vision, and so they don't have to go somewhere else and explain it. It is between their invitation, their papery, and then their florals. So we do it all. We love artists from our community, and we carry a lot of their stuff, and 90% again of what we carry in the jewelry is either made here or by people in the United States, and we're very, very proud to say that. We have some really fun, funky, kind of snarky dish towels and mugs, and a lot of kind of snarky cards and pouches, a lot of like fun girlfriend stuff that you don't find anywhere else. I have the most amazing team ever. They are who we are. I couldn't do it without them, and they work so hard, and they go home with glitter every single day, all over them, so people think they have a different job, and they're just the best. We call ourselves the paper dolls and the floral fairies.
Okay, so everyone's talking about the Mediterranean diet, right? It's supposed to be so healthy? Well, it is. And right down the street, we're going to check out a place called Mata Mediterranean.
Mata Mediterranean Grill is fast casual Mediterranean cuisine, specializing in freshly made hummus, Grecian salads, rice pilaf, kebabs, pitas, gyros. We actually do not have a freezer on site, because everything is made from scratch each and every single day. So the freshest, authentic Mediterranean cuisine. Mediterranean dishes are light, full of flavor. You can eat a lot of it and not feel bad, which for people like me who like to eat a lot, doesn't get any better. Our most popular dishes at Mata Mediterranean Grill would be our pitas, specifically the chicken pita. We give 5 ounces of hand-trimmed all-white meat chicken breast in each pita, fresh vegetables, tzatziki sauce, feta cheese, onions, cucumber, tomato, all wrapped up in a freshly steamed pita. Delicious. And our kebab platters, steak, chicken, shrimp, filet. And that comes with a bed of rice pilaf, Grecian salad, topped with the kebab and some sauteed red onion, red pepper, and green pepper. Our hummus is delicious, and at Mata, we take our hummus very seriously. That involves starting with fresh garbanzo beans, which are rinsed by hand in-house daily. We then add hand-squeezed lemon juice. It's the best, it's absolutely the best. A little bit of olive oil, a little salt, a little pepper, some tahini sauce, blend it up, and you get just a fresh, light, delicious hummus. The key is the lemon juice. The key is the lemon juice. You get what you pay for, and when we wanted to make sure that people left full, this food is not cheap, and so it's not expensive, but it's not cheap, and we wanted to make sure people got a good bang for their buck. So we give over half a pound of rice with our platters, a large portion of salad, and each kebab has 6 ounces of meat and about 3 ounces of sauteed vegetables. So for example, a chicken kebab platter at Mata Mediterranean Grill costs $11. And with that, you have almost 1.5 pounds of food. All fresh, grilled to order, I might add. It's a lot of food, and that's good. People leave happy and full. We have a lot of vegetarian options at Mata. For example, our falafel is made with nothing but ground chickpeas, parsley, some garlic, some spices. It's absolutely delicious, made by hand, fresh every single day, and fried to order. We have many salad options. We have a plethora of different hummuses, spicy hummus, regular hummus, and what we call add-ins. Spicy feta, regular feta, Kalamata olives, roasted red peppers. We have vegetarian pitas and vegetarian platters. Pitas would include red pepper, green pepper, red onion, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, onion, feta cheese. Quite a bit to choose from if you're a vegetarian. Mata Mediterranean Grill opens every day. at 11 a.m. We are open 7 days a week till 9 p.m. So 11 to 9, 7 days a week. And we do have a phenomenal lunch special. It's $7, and you have your choice of a chicken pita or falafel pita or Grecian salad with one side. The side options include rice pilaf, vegetarian rice pilaf, tabbouleh, potato sticks, or a fountain drink. It's a really good deal. So to anybody who's in the area, look forward to seeing you. Please stop in and see us. Enjoy some fresh food straight from the Mediterranean, from Mata Mediterranean Grill.
Okay, now I think I might be ready for one of my favorite things in the world. Coming up after the break, it's popcorn. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We are on a road trip and we are in the Canton area, and you can't visit the Canton area without going to the cave. At least I think it feels a bit like a cave. We're at a place called Nom Noms. Are you Mr. and Mrs. Nom Nom?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
She's Mrs. Nom Nom, I'm nobody.
You're nobody, I like that. So it's Mark and Christy,
Yes.
but people call you Smiley, right?
Smiles.
Smiles, there you go,
Yes,
Smiles.
that's my nickname.
And now it's because of the popcorn, because this is a popcorn shop like you've never seen before. How many different flavors?
In store, we have about 70 or so. We've got about a little over 100.
Over 100.
Over 100 that we switch in and out.
Okay, so what's going on here? We got yellow, we got orange, we got black. Guys, talk me through this a little bit.
Sure, so all of our buckets are color-coded. Yellow buckets are our savory flavors: spicy, cheesy, salty, buttery. Orange ones are sweet, black ones are premium flavors, cookies, candies, nuts, drizzles, things like that.
Okay, and you sell them by the scoop, or how do you sell them?
We sell them by the bags, which are back here.
Oh, look at that.
As well as tins. So we have sports tins like the Cavs, the Indians, the Browns, Ohio State.
This is a flavor that sort of looks interesting to me. Chocolate-covered banana. I've never seen that before in popcorn.
It's kind of like from the ice cream truck, like the chocolate banana pop
What's
that
it
you
look
get.
like?
Yeah,
Can you just
of
open it?
course.
Or you pull it out?
We pull them out, we bring them over here, so whenever a customer comes in, they can taste test anything they want. So this is
this is it.
chocolate covered banana.
So this is what it looks like, huh?
Right, right. So this is one of our candied popcorns, and then we drizzle it with the chocolate. And our best seller is caramel dark chocolate sea salt, actually.
Oh, it is? Mm-hmm. Could I have a taste of that?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Excellent.
Mark
now, I'm
can
a
get on that.
popcorn expert. You know, I've been going to the movies for
Well, then,
30 or 40 years
well,
or
then
something.
hopefully we pass the test.
This is some pretty great popcorn.
Thank you.
You guys are taking me to school.
Caramel popcorn with a dark chocolate base has sea salt on top as well as a little special ingredient that we can't tell you.
It's a secret.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me you have to kill me. Or give me a kick in the bucket.
Nice.
Hey, very good. Hey, so where do you make this stuff? How do you do it?
Yep, everything's made in our production facility, which is at our other location. Okay.
Which is also in Jackson.
Yeah, which is also in Jackson, about 3 miles from here.
So I'm going to take the corn that I popped earlier for the white cheddar. Okay, we're going to turn the tumbler on, get it running, and then we're going to slowly add 4 cups of white cheddar, and then the other 4 cups. This is real cheddar cheese.
I forgot to talk about the cupcakes. Those are the things that hit me in the face when I first walked in the door. I had
yeah.
to fight through a whole bunch of people over there that were rifling through the cupcakes.
Yeah, we make those here actually, and we make those fresh every single morning. And the popcorn is made 4 to 5 times a week, obviously depending on what inventory requires.
Hey, so the popcorn, where's the popcorn come from?
So Ohio corn,
Yeah,
non-GMO.
non-GMO.
Yep, and everything, when I say everything's made fresh, we actually have all the ingredients delivered on a weekly basis directly to our shops.
Great. The product is fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it looks great. How do you guys invent the flavors?
We get input from a lot of folks.
Yeah, experiment. I mean, we do a lot of experimenting. And then from there, obviously, when we come up with a taste that we believe is right, we go with it.
Now let's talk about decorating our home. How about that? I know a place down the street called what?
Bird's Nest, correct?
Bird's Nest.
Yeah.
He remembered.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Here at Bird's Nest Furniture, when you come in, you can expect a little bit of everything. Locally made, good quality home furnishings, custom upholstery, unique art and lighting. We have a lot of local artists that make things. And then we also have an in-house boutique. My mom and I decide everything that comes in the store lots of different ways. We go all over the country, we go to the furniture markets, we really research what's trending, what's gonna be new for the season. Some of the hot trends right now, industrial is still really big, a lot of the metals, a lot of the farmhouse chic, so you still want to have a little bit more rustic, but you want to introduce a little bit of glam, whether that's a little bit of crystal in your lighting, some fun textures in your rug, something neat for your wall, a mixture. There's a huge draw right now to carry local and to be made local and Ohio made. So some of our best vendors, our local artists for the Ohio made products, we have barnwood hall trees and old barnwood frames. So we have a nice couple that when they tear down the Ohio barns, they remake furniture for us out of them. So it's neat, it's unique to the area. Your piece will never be the same as somebody else's piece. They're all one of a kind. Other Ohio mades that we do, we have a lot of live edge products as far as dining tables, desks, console tables, and coffee tables. And a lot of that is black walnut. So the live edge tables are really popular right now. Those are also Ohio made. And we have quite a few local artists that do things like wall art. We have a beautiful palette art, string art collection. We carry 2 lines of custom upholstery here at Bird's Nest Furniture. One is local, so it's made in Ohio, and they try to source all of their materials and wood and everything also locally from the United States. That is Norwalk Furniture, made right here in Ohio in the Sandusky area. When I say customizable, that means that you can change many things. Leg finishes, pillow fabrics, the fabric on your whole sofa. Sometimes you can change the configurations to add a chase, make it into a sectional. A lot of the chairs come stationary or swivel. So when I say customize, I really mean we can make it work for your room and for your space. At Bird's Nest, we offer home visits too, so interior design consultation. If you need just that little bit of extra help with your room, sometimes it's something as little as you need help with the paint color. We offer design calls. We can do a whole job. We can do everything from the layout of your room to the accessories to the wall art. Each job is so different in what it entails. At Bird's Nest, we get a ton of cool pieces from India. So most of our hardwood pieces, which is going to be our cabinets, our sideboards, our buffets. We have a line of really cool trolley carts that have the old metal wheels on them with some industrial baskets. They're made out of reclaimed products. They reuse a lot of the wood and the iron over there when they decommission things, and they make it into furniture. We also have an in-house boutique, and we just have, it's not overwhelming, it's just some fun pieces. So what's really hot is I started making Ohio t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. I also make Ohio totes, Ohio beanies, and Ohio pillows for inside the store. When people come into the store, sometimes they're in a little bit of shock. They didn't know what to expect. They either never heard of us or they haven't been in for a long time. So we always say, just take your time, walk around, take it all in. Don't forget to look up. A lot of people leave and they never even looked up at all the lighting, the cool lighting. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. They are both under Bird's Nest Furniture. We are very heavy into social media, so it's a good way just to check every day and see we post the items that are new, so you can really keep up with what we've got coming into the store at all times.
Okay, that was a big place and it was fun, but coming up after the break, guess what? We're headed downtown Canton to a big place. It's fun and it has beer.
We keep 8 beers on draft upstairs. We're keeping about 14 different beers on draft downstairs. Keep Canton well stocked with a lot of choices.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We have found ourselves in downtown Canton, and what a great place too. It's the Canton Brewing Company. I'm with the brew master. Jason, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, I like the beard.
Thank you, it's sort of an occupational hazard.
I gotta tell you, I gotta look at your Mad Dog laboratory downstairs. It's pretty interesting. How many different kind of beers do you make down there?
Well, so we keep 8 beers on draft upstairs. We're keeping about 14 different beers on draft downstairs. At any given time, we've got 6 in the fermenters. So we keep pretty busy, keep Canton well stocked with a lot of choices.
That's what you're supposed to do, keep them well stocked. So I see a little taster board out here. This is something you offer to the customers when they come in to experience the beer?
Yes, so one of the things that our customers can get is flights of different samples. So we're going to start on your right first. That's our Tuscarora Pilsner. So that's one of our everyday beers. So it's a year-round offering for us. Pretty traditional American pre-prohibition Pilsner. Yeah.
So pre-prohibition. So what does that tell you?
So it's a little bit of a stronger beer than your domestic Pilsners. We do use some corn in there.
So it's no Budweiser.
It's very classic. So it's not Budweiser, but it's something that's going to be a little bit more reminiscent.
What about
to
this
those. That would be our Cascade Pale Ale.
Well, is it a pretty color, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's an American style pale ale. It's got that nice little orange hue. Features Cascade hops. That again is one of our everyday beers, year-round offerings.
Yeah,
yep.
It's bright and refreshing. Yeah. So, what would be this beer right here?
So that's our Red Spear. That's a new offering that we made this year. It's an Irish-style red. So something that you don't often see at
That's my favorite
breweries.
Beer.
Yeah, very malt forward, easy to drink, low alcohol. Lots of flavor and complexity without being the bitter hoppy beers that tend to be, the big dominant in the market.
What I saw when I walked in here is this beautiful room, a great bar. We got the open kitchen so everyone can see that. We see the copper works over here. But when you go down the stairs, I mean, it's sort of like a whole new world down there. You've got all your kegs down there. You have stuff in wooden barrels too.
We do. We have a fair number of casks, a mixture of bourbon and wine barrels. So we do some aged beers in those. One of the local favorites is Gold Jacket. It's a sort of like a cream ale style beer that we age in bourbon barrels. So a really light beer, picks up a lot of that bourbon barrel characteristic. It's got that interesting aged gold color.
Can you tell this guy is the brewmaster?
Yeah.
This guy's in love
telling
with
the stories.
and
I love
in love with the beers. And I tell you, it opens up downstairs, so you get a chance to experience it downstairs area. And on the weekends, I imagine that's fantastic.
It is, yeah.
And this one is this a stout type?
So that is actually a porter. It's we call it a sweet coffee porter. So that
local coffee.
That beer features coffee from Carpe Diem. So they're wonderful partner with us. It's probably one of the crowd favorites here. Definitely our second best selling beer.
Let's give it a try here. Okay, so delicious flavor. All of these are great.
Fresh, hot, homemade chili. Everything we do is homemade.
I see a great kitchen going on back there, and I imagine there's some great food to go with this. Who's the cook?
Yeah, so Bernie's our chef back in the kitchen. She does a wonderful job with the food and thinking about how the food's going to complement the beer.
Right now we're trying to upgrade the menu, add some steaks, add some pork tenderloin, add some chicken, seeing where it goes. So far it's been a success. All right, hot Sicilian coming up.
Jason is the brewmaster here at the Canton Brewing Company, and we've got some great food here, but also you might want to discover some other food here in the Canton area. As a matter of fact, I got a great place to get some right down the street. It's Italian.
Several years ago, I bought the building next door to do real estate out of. I'm a trained chef. I've been in the food business my whole life. So I came next door and was talking to the owner and got to know him and said, hint, hint, wink, wink, if you ever want to sell this place, let me know. The next thing you know, we're negotiating, and that's kind of how it all came about. Wasn't for sale, was the right person at the right place at the right time, and just kind of all worked out. It's kind of like it was meant to be. We cook the sauce here on the stove, the same stove Mama Diagardi used, 50, 70 years ago. We slow cook it 4.5 hours, just like she did. I mean, I could tell you what's in it, but obviously then I'd have to kill you. You know how that goes. So famous secret recipe. Same with our marinara. We take Italian peeled tomatoes, we hand crush them with garlic and onions and seasoning, and cook that for about 45 minutes. So it's thin, but it's chunky and delicious, and certainly variety as opposed to our sauce that is smooth and rich and thick. Our sausage here is what people have been coming for years and years and years. It's the same recipe. We use extra lean Ohio pork only. Okay, we get it delivered 2 times a week. I have a gentleman that comes in every single day, 7 days a week, and makes the sausage fresh. So it's never sitting around, it's always lean, it's always delicious. We do all of our prepared meals, all the different items, the chicken parmesan, the chicken fettuccine alfredo, sausage and peppers, spaghetti and meatballs, lasagna roll-ups, baked ziti are all available for catering in larger pans. And how we do it is that we'll cook it for you and cool it, give it to you cold, so you heat it up and then you're eating fresh hot food, not something that's been sitting in a warmer for God knows how long. We have a whole list of deli trays, from your antipasta tray to your Italian, classic Italian, to a premium Italian that has prosciutto di Parma, you know, Italian dry salami, the really good stuff. I think that there's something to be said for the local neighborhood store that used to be so prevalent in this country and now are, you know, slowly disappearing. You know, it's the friendly staff. It's, you come in and you're looking for something unique and you want to feed your family the very best and the most delicious food you can. I'm passionate about it. It's fun. I have fun every single day when I come to work, and it's not work. I mean, it's, you know, I look at everything, I see everything, and I take a lot of pride, and I'm so fortunate that all my staff are that way also.
DiGuardi's is open 7 days a week and is located on Market Avenue North. Whole lot more of New Day Cleveland on the road after the break.
Over the last 70 years, we've expanded to our 5 retail locations, and we produce donuts for multiple convenience stores and independent stores across Northeast Ohio.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Well, you can't come to Canton without trying a donut. And I'm talking about a MaryAnn donut. So I thought maybe we'll go behind the scenes and find out how they put the hole in the donuts. Time to make the donuts.
In 1947, my grandparents started MaryAnn Donuts down on McKinley Avenue in Canton, Ohio. It was, you know, your mom and pop shop, and made donuts every day. Over the last 70 years, we've expanded to our 5 retail locations, and we produce donuts for multiple convenience stores and independent stores across Northeast Ohio.
We ship 70-mile radius all the way up to the lake. We go as far down as Coshocton and Uricksville, and most of our business in those areas is convenience stores. Our footprint locally in Stark County is franchises and the retail locations.
Our 5 locations are around Stark County. We have a North Canton location up on North Main Street. We have a Canton South location, which is on Cleveland Avenue South. Our West Tusk location in Perry Township. Our Hills and Dales location, and a location out on Route 62.
Right now we're producing apple fritters. We started with cream sticks. The most popular donuts we have are chocolate cream sticks, maple cream sticks, glazed donuts, and apple fritters. So those 4 donuts have been the top 4 my whole life. Sometimes the fritter will be number 2 or the glazed donut will be number 1, but it's always those 4. This time of year, we're about 25,000 a day. If you catch us in spring or fall, our counts go up between 30 and 35,000 a day. Every single day. Being third generation, some of the biggest differences is a lot of this equipment you see, especially that one there, the fritters, used to be all done by hand. So it was a lot harder to produce the mass quantity, but as we grew, we had a need to buy the new equipment to make the volumes, the 30,000 a day.
Do you want to pick them or you want me to?
We offer fresh donuts every day. We produce all of the donuts fresh at our production facility, and they're delivered every night at our locations. Along with having our staple donuts, we do offer seasonal donuts like heart donuts for Valentine's Day, pumpkin for the fall, And we've just expanded into a celebration line, so any custom message that you would want, we can do for you. We have to be at work for people going to work. Because, you know, their coffee, their donuts, that's what they want on their way. So of course morning is our busiest time. Our locations open between 4 and 5 a.m. We partner with a local coffee roaster out of Rexville, Ohio, who makes an exclusive line for MaryAnn Donuts, which what goes better with donuts than coffee. But we also include our own line plus gourmet coffees, flavored coffees, espressos, mochas, iced coffees. We have regulars at every location. They are a wonderful part of the business. I mean, they both know our personal and work life. They're a great support, and we're happy to always have them.
I started coming in here probably back when they first opened up the doors, and they were making the donuts back here in the back. And I met a variety of different people in here and became friends with them, and this is kind of an everyday affair.
I feel like donuts have always been a part of my life. We as a family have all worked through high school, college. It's just part of who we are, and our passion for it's strong. We like to, you know, the tradition. We're very proud of coming from, you know, a family business, and we're proud to keep it going.
Of course they look delicious, and they are delicious, and that's why they have been in business 70 years. Congratulations. Okay, donuts. What goes with donuts? Coffee, right? Well, how about a nice Carpe Diem drink?
Carpe Diem Coffee Shop got started because of this building. We're in a refurbished building, and it's a gorgeous building, and friends of ours are the ones that bought it and did everything to it. So we kept seeing it as it was being redone, and every time we'd walk down this hallway, I'd say, hey, you should put a coffee shop in there, you should. So finally, after about a year and a half, he was like, okay, shut up, you put the coffee shop in there. So I'm like, oh. So I did. We got the opportunity to go inside Belden Village Mall. So now we're just growing by leaps and bounds. A lot of it's trial and error. You know, you have to love your product. And over the years I've learned you have to have the best quality, you have to learn, but you also have to have great customer service. There's a lot of coffee shops, so you have to set yourself apart, and I feel like customer service is one of our strong points. We have a local roaster. He's actually out of Brecksville, and it's a family-owned company. We order our beans on Wednesdays. They're roasted and delivered to us on Thursdays. So it's really important. Everything's fresh. We keep the turnaround going, and yeah, it's awesome. Our most requested items are the flavored lattes, and I try to keep it fresh and change it all the time. So every month I come up with new recipes, and I always kid my customers, it's a good thing I'm not a barkeep, because I test and drink my product all day long. I'd be asleep and passed out before we open. Our drip coffees, I mean, I keep with the Colombian, and I have a dark Italian roast. You always need to have those. But it's amazing the different flavor profiles you can get in the flavored coffees. So if it's in a recipe, we can make it as a coffee, and they're just delicious. There's a lot that goes into our drink that you cannot get at a drive-through or one of those national chains. Plus, they might not know your name, and after you've been in here once or twice, we know your name and we know your drink.
Well, we've got your coffee, we've got your donuts, and coming up after the break, we've got more food.
It's a different barbecue than what a lot of people think. The people think they're coming in and gonna get ribs. We don't do ribs. But once people taste the ham, they all come back. They say they've never had ham taste that way because we do it on the spit. And that just puts a little bit more flavor into it that makes it just that little bit special.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. I know every time I hit the road, I love discovering those places that have been there a long time, but you feel like you discovered them yourself. Well, next time you go to Canton, check out Kennedy's Barbecue and you'll know what I mean.
Kennedy's been here since 1922, and it was known as Spikers. Until 1960, Jack Kennedy bought it and named it Kennedy's. We took it over in 2009. We never changed the name. We left it as Kennedy's because that's what everybody, Canton, Akron, Cleveland area knows Kennedy's Barbecue. The menu here is kind of simple. We have, of course, our ham, which we do on the spit. We do the spit approximately about every other day. We try to keep our hams as fresh as we can. We also have the original pork, which is your fresh hams, which is done on the spit. And then, of course, we have the roast beef, which is not done on the spit, but we did start a new turkey. And the turkey breast is done now on the spit here also. And, of course, you know, our menu then, we have our known for the bean soup, and it's made in premises. We also have chili on, but our chili comes from our Taggart store. And, of course, we have the macaroni salad and coleslaw, which is made at the Taggart store. These are the original recipes, goes way back to the Spikers, and we kept it on. It's a different barbecue than what a lot of people think. People think they're coming in and gonna get ribs. We don't do ribs. But once people taste the ham, they all come back. They say they've never had the ham taste that way because we do it on the spit. And that just puts a little bit more flavor into it that makes it just that little bit special.
So right now I have some hams going, our famous hams, and original pork that we have to offer, which is very delicious, traditional. So I'll step on in. Right here is our in-house hams that we use, which is our semi-boneless. And I'll let these smoke for 4 or 5 hours. And here on the bottom rim, what we have here is our original pork. Now that is our fresh ham. So that is a non-processed pork shoulder there. And I'm gonna let that one go for 8 hours. And we're gonna let those rest, and tomorrow we'll come back and slice them up and have them ready for lunch. And since not too many people have that long for lunch, we're gonna add a little bit of water to it, get it nice and steamed. The steam is gonna cook the meat a little bit faster, and actually it's gonna bring out those flavors as well. This is the only thing we do apply to the sandwich itself is our relish as necessary. So we'll grab our relish. Say a big tablespoon should be appropriate enough for the serving. If you like extra, we will very much so happy to give you extra. And here's our famous original pork sandwich.
Dessert, of course, we use the Troyer's pie, and of course the ice cream, you know that's got to come from Taggart's ice cream. And we do the vanilla ice cream here. And of course, Michael comes up with these milkshakes here, because we got special requests on milkshakes here. So he'll do the strawberry and the chocolate milkshakes along with the vanillas. And so that's our simple dessert, nothing else. Any holiday, we can do the hams outside, we can put on a semi, we do the tavern, and we do the spirals. The other thing we have in special order too is we do a meat platters. And we've got all the different meats that we just spoke about. Of course, you got the ham, you got the turkey, the roast beef. You can put cheese onto if you like. Of course, you got the relish with this now. We're located on 7th Street, 1401 7th Street Northwest in Canton, Ohio, right at the foot of the McKinley Monument and right through the parks from the Football Hall of Fame.
Great barbecue, I love it. You have to check out Kennedy's. I discovered a lot of terrific places on this road trip. I went to Jackson, I went to Canton, I went to downtown Canton, and I have discovered this is a great city for boutiques and some brand new eateries, a lot of fun like that. But you see where I ended up, right? Canton Brewing Company. This is the place where the party happens. You come here after 4 o'clock. Downstairs here, it's on fire. All beers made right here in Canton, delicious and fun. Hope you had a great time talking about fun. That's what New Day Cleveland's all about. I'll see you on the next one. I'm David Moss.